session. We're supposed to end by Monday, the 23rd. Technically, we can't pass anything beyond midnight Sunday night. So negotiations are hot and heavy right now on transportation bill and tax bill, a few other items that have been passed in the last few days, and an omnibus supplemental bill. So we are still waiting for the speaker, the majority leader, and the governor to come to some agreement. Last I heard, basically the governor, and this happened last year, as you might recall, the governor comes in with a couple of ideas, and we try to show a nugget of good faith, and then he takes the football and moves it again, and things don't happen. He doesn't want there to be a deal or anything figured out. So I have a sense that perhaps the speaker and the majority leader are going to do what they did last time. They're going to go into a room, come up with a target or a plan on transportation and taxes, and set the conference committees off and running, and that we will get our business done and get some major things accomplished here by Sunday night. So keep thinking good thoughts and sending up prayers for that to happen. It's a crazy time in the legislature, as you probably know. So any questions on things that are happening right now quickly while we're waiting? Yes?
Yeah, I'd like to know why the Republicans started by offering a tax increase on our car licenses as a starting point, instead of backing off and then coming, if they have to, back. We're supposed to be the party that's against tax increases, but yet we started the tax increase.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you did.
Okay, so let me talk about what we've been fighting all year. Is on a transportation was gas tax increase, which the DFL, Senate, and the governor have been pushing on, and we said absolutely not. We'll never ever go for that. The governor then on Monday put out a couple of proposals. One was as a gas tax increase, smaller one but still a gas tax increase, and a big increase in tab fees, $400 million, huge. We decided to move a tiny bit on the tab fees, and not by increasing the tabs from what they are now, but so for every car that's on the road now, if you have a car and you're paying tabs, your tab fee is not going to go up, but the depreciation, your tab fees go down the longer you have your car. That progression for some of those cars will be a little bit slower, but about half of the cars are actually going to see a cut in their tab fees from what they have now. Okay, so that slower progression for some of the cars is going to end up in a little bit of about $100 million of revenue into the transportation package over a period of a year. But about half of the cars are actually going to see a cut in their tab fees. Now, if you go out and buy a brand new car after this, a brand new car is going to have a slightly higher tab fee than they would have right now, but nowhere near what the governor is showing. And about half of the tabs are actually going to be lower than what they are under the current law.
Just a quick follow-up.
Yeah.
We have almost $1 billion in surplus. Why are we saying no tax increases at all?
Well, you know what? That is absolutely our preference.
Can't fall back to it if you already say we're going to have this much in tax increase.
Well, we've been fighting for 2 years to try to get a transportation package, and I think Minnesotans expect us to get something done. So we showed a little bit of leadership and said we try to meet the governor a little bit on this, and so far he's not biting, and we may just end up with no transportation package. I mean, I understand,
It sounds good to me.
Now, if the Republicans were running things, everything would be differently. We're trying to show some leadership and saying, we need to address our transportation and infrastructure.
Sorry, I don't find that to be leadership.
Okay, well, don't write me about your potholes. Yep.
What are we doing to eliminate insurance now that everyone can go to the government website to get their insurance?
light rail 10?
Well, they're not getting any funding in anything that we're putting forward. There's no money in the bonding bill for them. There's no money for transit in anything we've put forward. We've only been talking about roads and bridges, so,
We have buses.
we have buses. We have really good buses, as a matter of fact. Southwest Transit is a fantastic bus system. What's that? Yes, yes. All right. Well, are you ready?
We can take a few more, we're still waiting, but it's up to you.
Other questions? No.
What is the excuse the Republicans are using for not doing, probably your pet project, on the sales? There's no support for it at all, what happened?
No support among,
Well, last time it was proposed, there was more support for it, there was less this time.
yeah,
What's up with that?
actually, I think we actually picked up some support. It didn't look like it from the vote count because we had a lot of members gone the day that we did the Sunday liquor vote. Last time we had 57 votes for it and 75 against it. This time we had 56 for it, so we were one off, but only 70 against it. So I would say we're probably either status quo or slightly better in terms of fewer no votes on it. It's a very frustrating issue. I think it's a matter of economic freedom. I don't want to tell anybody you have to be open on Sunday, but I don't think we should tell people you have to be closed on Sunday either. If you run a business, determine your hours and that. So it's a tough. We've got quite a few Republicans on it, not everybody, and some of them feel a little bit differently about liquor issues, and I respect that. On the DFL side, the Teamsters get involved. It's Teamster jobs that deliver the liquor for the wholesaler distributors, and so they have partnered up with some of the retailers that don't want this, and so it becomes a big labor issue for the Democrats, and they won't cross them. So, I'm convinced it's coming, that it will happen. Unfortunately, it's not going to be this year, but we'll keep working on it.
Thank you.
Yes,
What good news do you have for Republicans?
pardon?
What is the good news that you have for Republicans?
Well, I think that we have done a good job of sticking together on the important things. I felt like we came out of the budget negotiations last year with the governor in good stead. He really, he wouldn't really get involved in making decisions on targets and that. So again, the speaker and the majority leader did that, and we wrestled a lot of good policy out of them in terms of getting our budgets. I know everybody, or a lot of people are saying, well, you got to take the budget, less than it was the year before, which is really hard to do. But what we were able to do is we had the second lowest increase, a biennial increase in the past 50 years in our budget. So it was a much lower percentage increase overall. It's within sort of the rate of inflation, so it's kind of where we should be in terms of not growing faster than our economy. Because when you grow faster than your economy, obviously you run out of money, and then you've got a problem. So you can't grow a government spending faster than the economy is growing. So we held to that. To talk about the supplemental budget now, most committees, including mine, I chair the Education Finance Committee, which is everything from early childhood through high school, and there's a separate committee that's higher ed. Most of us have what's called a zero target. So we're not increasing the budget numbers that we agreed to last year at all. We're reprogramming some money that we spent that we think we could use to a better purpose. Some loans we're proposing that school districts have that they got from the state, they're going to pay those off, and we're going to use that for some grant programs to help kids who are struggling to read, and the intermediate districts that help with our level 4, which is our most severely special education needs students. We're going to do some things for that, but it's one-time funding. It's not new funding in the budget. It's reprogramming